Let me grab my trusty Springfield XDM. Racked a slide a few times, get in the mood for a KRV. Now, a certain someone has been chiding Kershaw for a number of years because they discontinued awesome knives like this. The amazing Kershaw 7000 auto knife. I've had it in a lot of KRVs. So I'm like, dudes, why did you quit making auto knives? Go look at the videos. They've been posting for years. Well, apparently, I don't know if they watched the knife show or not. They listened. Boom. Here it is. Well, one of them. This is the Kershaw Launch 2 auto knife. Super short KRV, by the way. Time limit, 10 minutes. If I'm not done, I just shut the camera off. I'm very happy to see they're producing knives like this again. I'd really like them to come out with that one again. Focus camera, focus. There we go. The 7000, I like better. I mean, what's not to like about this knife? Super thin. Look at that. I mean, there's nothing to it. Simplicity always excites me with a blade. I mean, you cannot improve the speed on the 7000. Coil fired, it's just nice. And they came out with different colorations in the day. I never scored those, like some purples. I think they may have had blue. I'm not too positive on that one. Classic black is always nice, and it has a typical Skyline clip on it, which is okay. I'd really like them to have had a loop over clip, like some of their models like the piston half. But we're really not reviewing the 7000. We're reviewing this one. There's another one called the Launch 1. I'll roll in a screenshot right now. I think they're both good knives. They do not excite me to the level, again, as a 7000. They just don't. And I'm going to roll in another Kershaw Auto that I meant to do a dedicated tabletop of years ago. We'll come back to the Launch 2 here in a sec. I got this knife too late for me to do a tabletop on it. Say hello to the Kershaw Rogue Auto 2001, I believe is the model number on this. 14C28N steel. At the time it was about $140 is what it cost us. I'm going to put this up for sale at PFI's web store at the top. Since it's an auto knife, I can't sell it, through standard channels. Go to PFI's web store and you'll see it there. And it's a collectible at this point. And it has the same piston, not piston, but Skyline clip on it. It's not a lightweight. It's like 5 ounces. It's relatively thick. It kind of follows the lines of a standard classic auto knife of the day. And I'm talking like early 2000s. A lot of them came out with this. It does have some jimping on it. It's marginally useful. It's not bad. It's got a lock on it if you like locks on your knife, your auto knife. By the way, if you haven't figured out, there's like a 2-for-1 review. It comes out okay. I would say speed is good, not amazing on the Kershaw Rogue Auto. I love the blade shape. It's hollow ground. Pillar constructed. It's a nice auto knife, and they discontinued that a long time ago. Now, to be honest, I think they may have done it just because it wasn't selling that good. A lot of times it doesn't have anything to do with the fact, other than the fact that a knife isn't selling, a gun isn't selling. Maybe a core group of fans love it, but it goes on the wayside because it just ain't selling, ain't making the company money. Back to the Launch 2. Now, if you were to say, hey, between the Rogue and the Launch 2, which we're showing right here, which one would you choose? You might think it's a slam dunk to go with the Launch 2. The only issue, I shouldn't say the issue I have with it, I'm just not digging the blade grind that much. The mid-spine grind, it's flat from here. I am digging the steel. It's CPM 154, super fine grain structure, even carbide distribution. I think it's a great choice of steel. All the CPM steels are high performers, relatively speaking. They're not magic steels, like I said, but they're good. I'm just not super hip on the grind. Yeah, maybe you guys are. You dig it. I don't know. And let me see. Yeah, that's not really a flat portion. Actually, kind of a double tapered grind on the Launch 2. And the reason I was looking at that is for a consistent angle sharpener like the Edge Pro Apex. Let's look at the speed real quick. The speed is excellent on this knife. It's as good as a 7000, which is to say very positive, very fast philosophy of use. EDC all the way, no tactical. That's just where I'll leave it at. Collectible, I wouldn't collect it, but I mean it's cool. American flag on the handle there, that's kind of cool. So the blade is decent. I mean, I like it. 3.4 inches, I believe, in length. If I'm wrong, I'll correct it in annotation. Kind of pillar constructed. You can see the flow-through handle. They really did a nice job on the handle. God, I haven't reviewed a Kershaw in a long time. Come to think of it, it's been a while. They just haven't been producing knives that have excited me for a long time. I don't know if this knife excites me, but it's definitely worthy of a tabletop to, one, congratulate Kershaw for getting back in the auto knife business. And this is a great design. It really is. I'm just not super fond of the grind. Let's compare it against the 7000. To me, that is a more elegant, useful EDC blade shape. The broader ones like this, especially if they're spear pointy, are just strangely ground. Not that this is strangely ground. It's not. I just like the thinner blades more. Let me see what my EDC is. And I never set this up. I mean, when I go do a KRV, it's not like, oh, I'm going to do a KRV. Let me roll this particular knife in front of the camera. Oh, dude, that's a Piranha Model 1. This is what I'm talking about. I mean, this is an exact representation of what I'm talking about. So this is a perfect EDC blade choice. And what do you know? It's an auto knife. I am literally carrying this for EDC today. The Piranha is such a beautiful knife, and it's a good comparison. Actually, let's throw the Launch 2 up here. Fun vid, by the way. Look at that. So it's thicker, lightweight. I'd much prefer this drop point classic blade design for EDC and utility use against the 7000 here. Cool. I love this knife. Love it. Love that coloration too. There's a little bit of play right here. And a lot of Piranhas are just that way. Speed is excellent, as good as these other ones. By the way, that's a competitive option if you haven't figured that out. Lockup and strength on the Launch 2. There's your stop pin. No wiggle at all. No movement, so it's a lot tighter than that Piranha. Blade centering. Perfect. It doesn't have a lock, but the button is recessed nicely. I'm glad they don't have a lock on it. Some guys may have issues with it. I'm glad. Nice slope to the handle here. It's comfortable in hand. You got a lanyard. Nope, I'm sorry, I lied. No lanyard hole. The clip, again, a la Skyline, is reversible left and right. No jimping whatsoever. That will affect likability scale. Sorry, that's just the way it goes. Durability should be great with the CPM 150 4cm steel. Value. I think these are selling for around $100. Look at the top of the screen. That's my recommended retailer on this knife. Yeah, buddy. For the same money, yeah, you're going to be kind of hard pressed to get a really nice auto knife. This one was a little bit more. This one was the same price, if not less, at the time. You can probably find a good Kershaw 7000 on the used market if you look around. This is ours. We'll never sell it. Great knife. 14C28 in steel on this. How about this though? The SOG. Oh, I love this knife. It's an auto knife. Spec Elite Auto 2. Or Spec Elite 2 Auto, I should say. Let's hold it up against the Kershaw Launch 2. I've only got 50 seconds to go. Which one would you go for, Dutton? I like the longer handle on this. It's got outstanding jimping. It's super fast. I'd go with this one. Look at the clip. The clip dominates. Loop over clip. Just perfect. This one right here. So thickness wise, getting excited holding the SOG. About the same. It's a super thin knife. And the price will be in the ballpark as well. So I would probably go with this one. But we're glad that Kershaw is making more auto knife designs. They should just bring this one back. Review complete. See it.